Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But you guys, our week 8 battle against the Castle Nidokings. The St. Louis Rampardos are about to throw down and hopefully head smash our opponents to victory here. If you're enjoying this series, the WBE, show some love on that like button down below. 1,500 likes would be absolutely marvelous. Thank you guys for the continued support for the Rampardos. Of course, all of our merchandise is in the description. Those Rampardos plushies will be shipping very, very soon if you waited for one of those, but they are still available if you didn't pick one up yet. And of course, if you didn't see the team builder, I broke down our entire team, everything in between, what we're bringing, why we're bringing it, so on and so forth. You can see kind of what I'm predicting Patterrz to bring on the screen. Really excited to face my fellow Dan here. Pat is a really cool dude, and he's a great battler. He's done really, really well in a lot of the leagues he's played in. Quick question today, who is your favorite 7th gen Pokemon? Got a couple of them featured in this match, Tapu Bulu specifically, and Mimikyu. I think he's gonna bring Mimikyu anyway. So let me know in the comments section below. I would say for me, it's gotta be Vikavolt or Araquanid. I'm gonna pick Vikavolt though if I had to pick one. Really excited for Ultra Sun and Moon. We're just a few weeks away. I'm getting antsy though. I'm getting antsy, but very excited nevertheless. I'm gonna get connected with Patterrz here, and we're gonna throw down and see who will come out on top. Alright guys, we are connected here with Patterrz and ready to throw down. I'm definitely expecting that Latios. I'm expecting the Seismitoad, potentially the Registeel. A couple of the other Pokemon could be interchanged though. Like I could see him bringing Galvantula if that's his strategy. Even Garbodor could make an appearance here. And even Decidueye in some ways. He's got some interesting Pokemon. So we're going to have to kind of base our strategy on the 6 that he ends up bringing. Because again, there's a few things that like, if he doesn't bring Registeel, then Heatran's importance is diminished, and I can kind of use that a little bit more expendably. But ultimately, you know, it's really going to depend on kind of that. But I think Heatran's a really solid lead, just kind of predicting here, just because it matches up really well against his potential hazard setters as well. And getting rocks up is really nice, especially if I see something like Entei, because that thing is it's a big threat. Nevertheless, despite the fact that I have a couple things that can handle it, it is important for me to kind of, you know, mitigate its effectiveness early and kind of reduce its switch in. So he does bring Hawlucha. He brings a couple. He doesn't bring the Lati, which I'm actually really glad to see. He's gonna bring Garbodor though. All right, so I have to kind of make some adjustments here because that Garbodor very well could be a lead. So it could be like a hazard setting lead. So he's got Garbodor. He brings Galvantula, so he could be trying to set hazards with that thing. So that's something to keep in mind. Galvantula's got Seismitoad, Registeel. He brings Hawlucha and Entei. So he actually has a pretty interesting team, and some of that stuff I was not expecting, to be perfectly honest. So he doesn't bring the Lati, which I'm excited about. He's got no Mimikyu as well, and he's got Galvantula, and then he's got Garbodor. So gotta be really careful, because him trying to set hazards against me is gonna be annoying, but I do have my Crobat. So let me make sure here. Garbodor, Entei, Hawlucha, Registeel, Seismitoad, and Galvantula. A lot of pressure on Crobat in this match, that's for sure, so I have to be very careful there. I still like my my lead option of potentially leading with Heatran. I could get Earthquaked by the Garbodor right off the bat, which could be a bit annoying, but I at least prevent him from hazard setting, and really, Heatran's importance is not as high in this match. I do like my Heatran lead here. I think it can match up pretty well against a lot of things. I am faster than things like Seismitoad and stuff like that. And if he leads Galvantula, he's gonna set webs, but I have Crobat in the back to defog them away, and I can pressure the Galvantula right off the bat. So I think Heatran's a solid lead here. So let's see what he's gonna lead with. He either leads Galvantula or Garbodor in my mind here, and the potential of Earthquake from Garbodor is a bit scary again, but I feel like we can potentially live one anyway. So he leads with Wayne, which is the Galvantula. Okay, so Galvantula could be running something like a Hidden Power, could be running like Hidden Power Ground, but I feel like he needs the move slot for Energy Ball. I'm gonna Calc Ground on it, and I do 100% live the Hidden Power Ground if he's Life Orb, so I have no reason not to just attack here. I want a Fire Blast, I'm thinking. Makes a lot of sense, although the chance of missing is annoying, but I think I'm just gonna go for a Fire Blast right now. If he wants to set his webs, that's fine. I can get a Fire Blast off, and then I can, on the following turn, go for like a Flash Cannon or, you know, something like that to try to weaken him. So, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, let's go for the Fire Blast here. Obviously, missing this would be really, really frustrating. But it's gonna bring him down to a Sash. And if he doesn't have a Sash, then you know, we're gonna be in good shape either way. And I could set Stealth Rocks too, but I think what I want to do is just Fire Blast. He goes for the Sticky Web right off the bat. That's fine. Let's hit this Fire Blast here, Sticky Web, and I do connect the Fire Blast here. Okay, so now I think I just set up my Stealth Rocks. He is Focus Sash, so he doesn't have an item anymore. And I think I'm just gonna set up my Stealth Rocks. If he wants to attack me, that's fine. But getting up my, do I wanna get my own rocks up? The reason why I'm kinda hesitant to get my own rocks up is because I feel like there's a good chance that I'm gonna have to defog these webs away anyway. So is it even worth me setting up my rocks here? Now, part of me really just wants to click Z Solar Beam right now, but I think I'm gonna Flash Cannon and make the safe play. Because if he just Volt Switches out into Seismitoad, I could have bopped it, but I think just going for a Flash Cannon here is the safe play. His switch out would likely be like Garbodor, or he just lets this thing go down. He clicks Thunder and just lets it go down. But again, I have Crobat in the back, so he's just gonna Volt Switch out, which is fine, pretty much what I expected. And I should be able to get a big hit off here, Volt Switch. And again, I'm not gonna set my rocks as much as I want them. I know I'm gonna defog those webs away. Like, I have to. Well, yeah, I kind of have to for Absol, because I think Absol outspeeding Entei is too important for me not to do that. Yeah, Crobat's gonna be super important in this game. I can already tell. Just from getting defogs off. Luckily, I have a Black Sludge one, and it's got some bulk investment too. So we've got some options there. But he does just Volt Switch out. So I get a Flash Cannon off on whatever comes in here. I'm expecting it to be Seismitoad. But if it's Garbodor, yeah, it is totally. I almost went for the Grassy MZ. Almost did it here. So I'll get a Flash Cannon off. It's not going to do much. But I should be able to gauge whether he's Assault Vest or not. That doesn't look like Assault Vest to me. He is Leftovers. Okay. So Leftovers on his Seismitoad. Does he predict Grassy MZ right now and go Entei? Or go Registeel? I feel like the Grassy MZ is so obvious right now, but would he predict that? I kind of want a Fire Blast, but can I beat Registeel if I don't? I feel like the Grassy MZ is so obvious right now, like Grassy MZ Solar Beam. I'm gonna Fire Blast, I think. I think I'm gonna make the Fire Blast play and predict the Registeel. I'm gonna make a play here in the beginning. I feel like the Grassy, oh, he stayed in. I could have got rid of this Seismitoad. No. He probably knocks me out right now with Earth Power or sets Stealth Rock. He goes for knockoff. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. He knows I don't have it now. Now we got some mind games. Now we got some mind games because now he knows I have the Grassy MZ, but he doesn't really have the best switch-ins to it, so like I can pretty much just go for it. Man, if I went for it that turn, I would have gotten rid of Seismitoad, which is a huge threat. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for the Solar Beam this time. If he predicts it and goes Registeel, it's fine. If he goes Registeel, it's fine. He knows I have it now, so now he definitely knows I'm Grassy MZ. See, this is a mind game, because like he may think that now this is such a weird situation to be in, because like we both know that I have Grassy MZ now. So am I gonna go for it, or am I gonna just go for another Fire Blast? Entei's kind of a middle ground for him here. Oh, he stayed in. We got the kill. Unless he can't be Rindo Berry, so Heatran kills Seismitoad with Bloom Doom. All right, I'm glad I got rid of that thing. We got rid of the Seismitoad. I'm surprised. I mean, that was a 50-50, right? Like, I wanted to Bloom Doom on the Galvantula initially, and I just didn't pull the trigger on it because I was a little nervous that I was gonna waste it on like a Registeel or something. But we get rid of Seismitoad, keep his rocks off the field, assumingly. It's very clear that his strategy was to hazard stack against me, so it's nice to get rid of that thing. Now he can go a couple different options here. Hawlucha could be a bit annoying. Yeah, Hawlucha could definitely be a bit annoying. I mean, I have Crobat though, which switches in pretty much right away, and Infiltrator is nice. I know I'm faster, so I can take any hit from Hawlucha, unless he's like Power Herb Sky Attack. But even that, I can roost off. I'm pretty sure, because Hawlucha's like it's not like super strong, which is nice. So he's gonna go into big kicks, which is gonna be the Hawlucha. So he does go Hawlucha here. So I have to immediately go into Crobat, I think. I have to just see, is there any reason why Crobat can't take a hit here against Hawlucha? Like Power Herb, like a Power Herb Sky Attack set against Crobat isn't gonna knock me out, and I should be faster, so I should be okay. I'm gonna go right into Crobat here. I know it's a pretty obvious switch, but I think it's the switch I have to make, because Hawlucha is a big problem for me. It's a big problem for me. I'm not too familiar with Hawlucha's moveset, but if he substitutes, I do have Infiltrator, so I'm not too concerned about that route, because a lot of times they run like a substitute set. I think he is Unburdened. I don't remember seeing him with whatchamacallit. He does get Rock Tomb and Stone Edge, so he does get a couple different rock type moves, which could be annoying. He's got to hit them, but I know I can live him. I can live a Stone Edge. You know what I mean? So it's not the worst thing in the world. I know I can live a Stone Edge. So, but Seismitoad is gone, which means his only knockoff user is gone. That's really nice, because even an offensive Hawlucha isn't beating, like, can't just like one-shot Porygon either. So let's see if he predicts it, goes for a rock move here. He goes for the high jump kick. Okay, so he shows HJK, and that does really nothing to me. I can simply U-turn here, I think. Yeah, I think I just U-turn for momentum, because whatever he brings in, Heatran can come in and start pressuring it. I could also go for the Defog here, but he very well may go into Garbodor. I think I just want to U-turn. Like, I want a Defog to get rid of webs. Is this my play? Force the Galvantula to set webs again. Yeah, let's Defog. I want to get rid of those webs. If he goes for Stone Edge, I can roost him down. I can, like, roost him off. But high jump kick, alright. So he just went for the pretty straightforward attack there. He may not have rock coverage. A lot of times these things have to carry... Like, his switch in here is most likely Registeel, I think. Which is fine. Because if Registeel comes in, it's not the end of the world. I'm thinking he just switches out, so I do get my Defog off. And he goes into YouTube, which is... it's going to be the Garbodor. It's trash. I wish I had Toxic, or a Taunt on this thing, but I took it off. So, I can pretty easily Super Fang here. Because really, Garbodor typically doesn't do much to me, and I can stay in and just kind of weaken him. So, I'm going to Super Fang, because I don't really think Garbodor does much aside from try to Hazard Stack me. And I could find out if he's like a Rocky Helmet set, or whatever it may be. So, getting half its health right now, I could find out if he's Black Sludge, or kind of what kind of set he is, and eventually put him in range where Brave Bird will knock him out. I just have to be very careful because Wingman does need to stay healthy for Hawlucha. But I'm less concerned about spikes and toxic spikes with Wingman, just because they don't affect it. They don't affect Rotom either. Heatran doesn't really care that much about T-spikes, so... But if I had to guess, this Garbodor has Earthquake, some Poison move, and then Hazards. So he's going to switch out, so I get a Super Fang off on probably Registeel. No, he goes right into Big Kicks, which is going to be the Hawlucha. So he expected me to switch out, but I pick up a very nice hit here, going for the Super Fang and knocking him down to half health, which is really good because now I can easily go for a Brave Bird now, and now he's in a tough situation. So he kind of makes a misprediction there, I think. U-turn is really good. U-turn is really good because I could easily go out into a Garbodor response, like Rotom, and just freely Volt Switch. He has nothing to stop a Volt Switch now, which is pretty sweet. So I think just going for a U-turn into a counter and then Volt Switching out makes a lot of sense. Alternatively, I Brave Bird and just try to hit the Garbodor, but again, I don't want to take damage if I can avoid it, because like Garbodor, and like if I U-turn out, it's not the end of the world. Like Garbodor really, I mean, it does get two-shot if he's offensive, but if he's a defensive Garbodor, he may be able to take 2 Brave Birds. It's like one of those damage roll type deals. I'm gonna try to keep Crobat healthy though, I think. Although Garbodor doesn't do anything to me. I think I just U-turn. I'm gonna U-turn. He switches out, probably Registeel this time. 59, which is what? That is the Registeel. Okay, so that works out really well. I get my U-turn off here. Get a little bit of chip damage on Registeel. Here's an interesting question. Does he have anything to stop... Does he have anything to stop me from just winning right now with Absol? I'm having a hard time seeing how he stops Absol from just winning. if I'm being honest. Because I don't think Registeel can do anything to stop Absol from just clicking Swords Dance and then superpowering. Obviously Heatran's a pretty safe play here, but if I just go into Absol and click Swords Dance, I don't really, I mean, he could be max physically defensive, at which point he may live the hit. Alternatively, Heatran comes in and it hits this thing really hard, and then I have to deal with, I could go Heatran and then just set up rocks. That means Galvantula dies on entry, which is kind of nice. I kind of like that play. I don't want him to set rocks himself though. I think I'm gonna go Reaper, because then I pretty much stop him from doing anything. I don't see what this thing can do to me aside from explode. So I think I can just click Swords Dance. He is leftovers, okay. He is lefties. I don't know what he does aside from explode, so I'm gonna Mega Evolve and I'm gonna click Swords Dance. He doesn't really have a free switch in, so I mean, he can revenge me with like Extreme Speed Entei or whatever, but if I get rid of Registeel with this thing, then I don't know how he stops something like Crobat. And once Hawlucha gets a little bit more weakened, like he can't beat Porygon either. Yeah, once Hawlucha is gone, I don't know how he beats Porygon. Unless he Toxics it. So I think a Swords Dance here is pretty free, because he can't Stealth Rock on me right now. Because it gets bounced back. He can't T-Wave me. He would have Seismitoad, Iron Head, Earthquake if he's running offensive. Seismitoad, Iron Head, Earthquake. And I don't think he's going to feel that switching to Hawlucha makes a lot of sense right now. Like, that would be probably the play, is just to hard into Hawlucha. But that's kind of risky too, because if I just knock off, he stays in. So I'm getting my Mega Evolution off. I got to see what this Registeel is going to do against me. Again, the only thing I can think of that would knock me out right now is an Explosion. So I get my Swords Dance off. Let's see if he's got Explosion or not, or what his play was. Iron Head, Seismitoad, Earthquake. Earthquake, okay. I shouldn't do too much. 40% maybe? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really do too much. Registeel is pretty frail. So here's the next question. Do I click Swords Dance again? Do I just click it again? Because if I click it again, then we definitely beat the rest of his team. I mean, he could have E-Speed Entei, but I Sucker Punch him faster. Actually, E-Speed has higher priority, right? I think E-Speed has a higher priority. So that doesn't work. I think I just Superpower. So it looks like a plus. The thing is, if I Superpower right now and it doesn't knock him out, if I Superpower right now and it doesn't knock him out, it's 96. It's an 81% chance to OHKO, but if he's max defensive, I get a defense drop. So that's why I'm leaning towards Swords Dancing again. But this is a tough call. I could also knock off and then Superpower the following turn, and knock off covers the switch in to Hawlucha. Like if he were to go Hawlucha, I cover that switch in by going for knockoff. Knockoff plus Superpower. I don't get the extra Swords Dance, but it's a safer play. I'm gonna go for the knockoff. Yeah, I mean, Superpower may have killed him. Yeah, Superpower definitely would have killed him. And he goes for Seismitoad, so that's fine. Yeah, Superpower would have killed him, but at the same time, I play the safe game here, where, I mean, that did a lot, dude. That did so much. That leads me to believe he's specially defensive, based on that damage. So I think another knockoff does the trick here, based on how much the first one did. So I think I can just knock off again. I don't want to Superpower and take the defense drop and the attack drop. Another knockoff should do it. This should knock him out. And it does. Cool. Alright. Absol kills Registeel with knockoff. So I would have knocked him out with Superpower, but then I would have been -1 defense, minus only +1 attack. So there was reasons there. I think he goes Entei and Extreme Speeds. I'm pretty sure. Or he goes Hawlucha and tries to substitute on my Sucker Punch. He's gonna go Entei and he's gonna try to Extreme Speed me. So knowing that, I can definitely save this thing. And I feel like it's worth saving because I'm faster than Galvantula. I mean, if he's gonna E-speed me, like, far away. I mean, I can pretty easily go Rotom at this point and just click Hydro Pump. Take the E-speed and just click Hydro Pump. Or I go into... Yeah, I think that's probably the best play, is just go to Rotom here. I definitely want to save this thing. I definitely want to... I'm assuming... I gotta double check how E-speed works, but I'm pretty sure Extreme Speed has higher priority than whatchamacallit, than Sucker Punch, which would make it go faster. Why can't I find Extreme Speed anywhere? Alright, well, let's look it up. I think my play is Rotom. So Extreme Speed is speed priority 2, and let's see here. Sucker Punch is speed priority 1, yeah, so I'm pretty sure if I understand the mechanics correctly, he would be faster. So I'm gonna go Rotom. I'm a physically defensive Rotom, designed to handle Entei, and he has to Extreme Speed, so like, I'm pretty sure that's his play. He goes for Bulldoze. Wow, so he predicted me to go Heatran on the Extreme Speed. If I Sucker Punch there, we win the game, but that's fine. I don't, so he does have the Bulldoze, not surprised. I don't see why I don't click... I mean, Hydro Pump seems pretty safe, or Will-O-Wisp predicting either Hawlucha or Garbodor, but he doesn't really have a good switch in. I could also just Volt Switch for momentum, which is nice too, because then he goes Garbodor and then I have an answer to it. I go Crobat again, and then Crobat just Brave Birds. I think I want to Volt Switch because I don't want to miss the Hydro Pump. Yeah, I'm gonna Volt Switch because I'm gonna be slower. He switches out, so I get momentum. If he goes Galvantula, it's gone. He goes into YouTube, so he does go into his Garbodor. I didn't want to miss. I felt like the immediate damage was worth more than anything. So I get a nice little Volt Switch off here into that. I can pretty freely go Reaper here and click Knockoff, I think, because that prevents any sort of hazard setting, and it also weakens this thing a lot. And if he's gonna knock me out, but it's really not that big of a deal if he knocks me out. Because really Absol isn't gonna beat, like, just a regular knockoff is gonna do about half. I get rid of his item, I keep him from setting hazards. That seems like a pretty safe play. I don't want to go Crobat because I'm a little concerned. I don't care if Reaper goes down. I don't want to go Crobat. I'm too concerned of Crobat. Like, it needs to be able to beat Hawlucha still, and it can dodge the sticky webs. So I'm gonna go for the knockoff here. I think we saw Black Sludge maybe earlier. I'm not positive. I don't remember if I saw his item. It may be Rocky Helmet, but either way, I don't care if he knocks me out, but what I'm doing is I'm preventing him from setting up hazards against me right now. And I'm gonna weaken this thing a lot. Like, he's gonna go down to a very, very minimal amount of health. He does have the Rocky Helmet, which I expected, and he is gonna just knock me out with Clear Smog. Does he knock me out with Clear Smog? Yeah, I'm sure he will. Yeah, he does knock me out with Clear Smog, so that's pretty cool. He's got the Clear Smog tech. So let's see here. Garbodor kills Absol with Clear Smog. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm in a situation where I think I just go into Wingman and click Brave Bird. His switch-ins to Brave Bird are non-existent at this point in the match. I will be taking some recoil damage, but I know I'm faster than Hawlucha. His only answer to this afterwards is going to be Entei, and I have a number of things that can handle Entei still, so I'm not even going to overthink. We're just clicking Brave Bird. I'm going to take Aftermath damage, which is going to be a bit annoying, but I should be okay. I should be okay. I still have a lot of things that can take on the Hawlucha, so he does get the Aftermath. I'm going to take some damage from recoil. The recoil shouldn't be too bad, though. Crobat kills, what was it called? Garbodor with Brave Bird. Okay, so Garbodor is gone, Registeel's gone, Seismitoad is gone. Okay. He pretty much has to go Entei right now, I think. He can't go Hawlucha, I'm faster. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has to go Entei here. Let me just make sure my Crobat's actually faster than Hawlucha. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure I did that right. So yeah, Crobat just kind of wins, I think. Because right now he has to go Entei. I simply just U-turn out on the Entei. Yeah, here comes Entei. Pretty sure I just U-turn out on it just for damage at this point in the match. And I think I just go into Porygon. Because at this point, Porygon with Tri-Attack, does Tri-Attack beat... I just have to make sure that I don't get beat by Hawlucha. He's probably not banded. He could still be banded, actually. Tri-Attack does like 30% to him. How much does it do to Hawlucha? Hawlucha's pretty frail. Oh, Ice Beam does kill Hawlucha. Tri-Attack probably does. So that's pretty safe. So I'm gonna U-turn. Keep my Wingman healthy. Because Wingman beats his last two. Unless he gets an Unburden boost with Hawlucha. That would be the only thing. And he would have to have a rock move. So... he would have to have a rock move. I mean, he could extreme speed me here, which is actually probably his best play. For him to extreme speed. But I'll get the intel. I'm at 122 out of 171. So I'm sitting at 71%. If he extreme speeds me right now, I'll get the knowledge of whether he's choice banded or not. It would do about 50%. Yeah, if he extreme speeds here, that would actually be a really good play on his part. He goes for Sacred. Ooh, he's choice Scarf. Wow, and he gets the burn. Okay. He's choice Scarf Entei. Okay, we know this now. Okay, he's choice Scarf Entei. Wow. Luckily Crobat's still around, so I can roost off that damage. But he's choice Scarf Entei. So I think I just go Voltergeist here. I'm not even going to overthink this play. I think I just go Voltergeist. He's scarfed into that. I think I Volt Switch, because he's going to hit me first. I think I just Volt Switch. That's going to kill anything that switches in. Yeah, I can pretty safely just Volt Switch here. Because if he goes, he just Sacred Fires again, so that's fine. It shouldn't do too much. He gets the burn again, that's fine. But I'm going to Volt Switch out. I'm just trying to cover my options here and just make sure I don't choke this game. I go Heatran, and then he's forced to switch out now. And I can just Flash Cannon anything. Pretty sure Flash Cannon from Heatran knocks out the Hawlucha. Let me just double check. Flash Cannon definitely knocks out the Hawlucha. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go Heatran now. And I just click Flash Cannon, because he actually can't hit me with his Entei. So I shouldn't have went into Rotom there. I should have just went into Heatran, but I just click Flash Cannon. And something dies. It's either Hawlucha or Galvantula dies here. Now, I could be in a situation if he goes into Hawlucha and is able to set up on me. But he's going to switch out. He likely sacks off Galvantula here. Wayne, which is the Galvantula. So Entei kills that. Okay, I'm a little nervous about this Hawlucha right now, though. Because Hawlucha, if it sets up a substitute in my face, I'm in trouble. That's the only way that this is an issue, is if he sets up a substitute in my face. But I don't really think he can do that if I just click Flash Cannon. Because if he knocks me out, it's not a big deal. I still have Rotom, which can Volt Switch. And Rotom should be able to take a high jump kick. I just can't let him set up a substitute, I think. So I'm going to Flash Cannon. I can't let him set up a substitute. Crobat getting burned is definitely annoying, but I still get one more Brave Bird with Crobat, which is nice. Or I can Roost, so it's not like eliminated from the game at least. He goes for high jump kick and he hits it. Okay, so he just knocks me out. So Hawlucha kills Heatran with high jump kick. Pretty sure Rotom comes in here and can take a hit from Hawlucha. Pretty sure. Rotom can take a high jump kick at the range he's at, which is pretty much full. Or do I go Wingman and Roost? I think I just go Voltergeist and click Volt Switch. Yeah, I think I just go Voltergeist and just click Volt Switch. Because he can't knock me out in one hit with Hawlucha, and I can pretty freely Volt Switch here. Yeah, that should be good play. Because if he goes Entei, I have Porygon, and then Porygon can stall out Entei no matter what. So he has to go Entei here. He has to go Entei here, I think. The downside is now he can lock himself into Sacred Fire, but I'm less concerned about that because I can just Ice Beam with Porygon, and Porygon can stall out Entei, and it can stall out Hawlucha, and he won't be able to switch in Hawlucha safely. So he pretty much has to switch into Entei here. He pretty much has to switch into Entei here. Choice Scarf Entei. I'm just trying to be very methodical. I know if I Hydro Pump here, like, I could win the game, but I've been playing it pretty safely because I don't want to miss. Because one, I'd rather get momentum and a little bit of damage off on stuff than whatever else, you know what I mean? So to me, it's much smarter to ensure damage. And plus, like, a Volt Switch kills Hawlucha here, so he has to go Entei, but if I Hydro Pump, then Entei dies, so he's got a 50-50 to make here. But at this point in the match, unless he has Substitute Hawlucha, he's gonna High Jump Kick, he hits it, unless it's Banded Hawlucha, which it's not. Volt Switch should deal enough to knock him out here. And it does. Okay, I think we got this one. Rotom kills Hawlucha with Volt Switch. And now I don't see how he beats Porygon. So I'm gonna go right into Porygon. I don't see how he beats Porygon. Sacred Fire probably does pretty minimal if he's not banded. I mentioned it in the team builder. Entei is a very strong Pokemon, but without a band, it just does it. It does like 30%. It's really not doing much. Tri-Attack is doing about 30%. My play here is just to continuously, and he's actually gonna run out of Sacred Fires as well because I have pressure. So he's not gonna every time he's gonna be losing too. I'm gonna Tri-Attack. I still have, he's gonna actually Flare Blitz, so he's got the stronger Flare Blitz instead of Sacred Fire, which does a lot. I mean, that does a good amount of damage, but he's also taking damage as well now. If he crit me here with a Flare Blitz, that could be pretty interesting, but I still have Rotom, so I'll just recover this turn. He's gonna Flare Blitz. I could have just Tri-Attacked for the game, actually, but he's gonna bring us all the way down, and he'll knock himself out here with recoil on the following turn, it looks like. So we should be good to go. Should be able to put this one in the bag. And then now I just click Tri-Attack. He's gonna knock himself to his own recoil, I'm assuming. So Porygon won't get the kill, but that's okay. Oh, he gets the crit that time. Was that a crit? No, it wasn't? Okay, that's fine. It does a lot, dude. Entei dies to Flare, Blitz, Recoil. And we pick up a 4-0 win over Patterrz. Good game, though. Definitely a good game. He brought a pretty different team than I expected. I knew Crobat was going to be key in this match and just trying to keep it healthy as long as possible. Definitely caught me off guard with this Scarf Entei, though, which was pretty good that I made that switch out of Absol. But I was expecting Extreme Speed, so that's why I made that play. But either way, definitely a good match. Give some props to Patterrz, of course, my good friend Dan. It was a good game, and we'll move on. We play Game Boy Luke next week, guys, so that should be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button down below if you enjoyed. My name is Dan. I also go by aDrive, and I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace.